What's going on, guys? Welcome once again to my channel, ladies and gentlemen. And in this video, I want to quickly talk about focusing on your goals. Ladies and gentlemen, it's sometimes very difficult for many of us to focus on the things that truly matter in our lives. You know, I've I've seen many people on many occasions start off very strong. They start off very strong. They start off with a lot of energy towards an activity. They put in their effort in an activity, and a few weeks or a few months later, they are burned out. They cannot continue anymore. And why is this the case? On the one hand, some people set overly ambitious goals. On the other hand, some people don't know how to break down their goals into smaller goals, and then they look at the big picture and they're like, oh, it's overwhelming, and then finally, people, as human beings, many of us are not consistent. So, ladies and gentlemen, the message here is that be consistent and be deliberate. Whatever you do, whatever step you are taking, be deliberate. Realize that, okay, with modern medicine today, the average person can live up to 80 years old. How old are you now? In your 20s, in your 30s, or even in your 40s? If you're in your 40s, you still have close to 40 years to go in this life, all things being equal. If you're in your 20s, even better, you have almost 50 plus years to be alive. Now, how do you want these 50 years to look like? How do you want the last 20 years to look like? Do you want to be struggling or do you want to be comfortable? The situation you're going to be in at that point will be determined by the actions you make right now. It's never too late to rebrand yourself and recreate yourself. You may be in your 40s or your 50s and you think it's too late. No. Remember that Morgan Freeman got his breakthrough in the acting industry around 50 something years old. If you're in your 20s or your 30s or your 40s, you have a lot of time to redefine yourself and to recreate yourself. And if you even have the opportunity, like me, to live abroad in countries where things work, you are even in a much better position than the average person. So take advantage of this opportunity if you live abroad. Focus on yourself, focus on your goals, focus on your dreams, and achieve something. And other good things you want would come along with your success. If you're in Nigeria or back home in Africa or wherever you are in the third world, in the developing world, make the most of your circumstances. Things are not easy, but I've seen people back there make something for themselves out of nothing. Focus on what's important to you. Don't be swayed by circumstances, and avoid mistakes that can set you back a couple of years. I just remembered the story of my friend from NYSC. I met him during my NYSC at Jos. We were serving together, and he was a very nice guy. We were in the same camp at Mangu. His bunk was opposite my bunk, and he was always making us laugh at night. Everybody. So after the NYSC camp period was over, the 3 weeks were over, I kept in touch with him, and we always met up every now and then. So after NYSC also, we still kept in touch, and till today we still keep in touch. A very nice guy, but he made some mistakes, along the way. The first mistake he made was when he got back to his state of origin after the NYSC. Things were difficult. It wasn't easy to get a job, which is not his fault. That's Nigeria. Nigeria has failed him in that regard. So I don't blame him for that. I don't blame anybody for not being able to secure a job quickly. Nigeria failed him. But instead of him to focus on the grind and the hustle, he went about sleeping around, and in the course of sleeping around, he didn't do it smartly. So he impregnated a lady. And the lady wanted to keep the pregnancy. So she kept the pregnancy, and from no money, without anything in his pocket, he had to begin to hustle left and right, do really, really bad jobs just to be able to pay for her prenatal and pregnancy related costs. So a few weeks ago, or about 1 or 2 weeks ago, he called me to tell me that he's in problem. He needs some help. How can I help him? Because of the lockdown, his wife has given birth to another baby, and things are hard. They're hungry. And I was like, wife? I thought that she was your girlfriend. Apparently, between that period, he had married her and they'd given birth to another child. And this is a guy that has no job, nothing doing. He has 2 children now and a wife. If you put yourself in that kind of situation, believe me, ladies and gentlemen, you will not achieve anything again. You have basically tied yourself down, and you've tied yourself down for about the next 15 to 18 years, because your child is going to grow up and you have to take care of the child as the child is growing up. So you have to keep doing things that will keep bringing money in every day, so that your wife can take care of those kids, so that you can take care of those kids, so those kids can have a good future. And I'm not shitting on anybody's hustle here, but some mistakes that we make in our lives at certain points, they have long-bearing consequences into the future. And so my message here is that be deliberate, focus on the things that are important in your life. Don't let these kinds of mistakes pull you back. Try your best to be straight. Focus on yourself, focus on your dreams, and achieve what you want for yourselves. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and hit like, hit subscribe, share this video with your friends, and catch you on the next one.